Today is Thursday, July 20th, 2023. I'm Trooper First Class Dean Pitchford in Arkansas State Police Headquarters. Today I'll be speaking with Corporal Michael Valentin about complaint B23007 and B23008. All right, Corporal Valentin, I'm sure you're probably aware of the allegation or complaints that have been made against you.
Somewhat.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything.
Okay. But you were given notice of the complaint?
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, so far what it's alleged is sexual conduct on duty and kind of a abuse of authority or power with okay. Tell me how you know those two individuals.
I met both of them through Hutch's Hot Chicken. They both work there, or used to. That was where I met them.
Okay. Tell me about your interactions, how you started engaging with these individuals.
Well, of course, it was normal talk at the restaurant. You know, hello, how are you? Things like that. I ended up seeing them both out one night while I was pumping gas. They pulled up to talk to me and talked to them for a little bit. They were just, again, normal conversation. And I don't remember any dates, but they did end up sending me a Snapchat request, and I know I was stupid, should not have accepted them, but I did. And so then we had, you know, again, some normal conversations over Snapchat, and then kind of went on from there.
Okay. Did you ever direct the two individuals that filed the complaints against you? Did you ever direct them through your communications to meet you anywhere?
Yes, we had decided to meet up on 65 North,
Okay.
north of Harrison.
Was that on Bird Lane and Tower Road?
One of them, yeah, it was Tower Road. I don't know Bird Lane.
Okay. All right. And when you met these individuals, were you on duty at that time?
Yes.
Okay. When you'd meet these individuals on Tower Road, what were your interactions?
Again, I don't even remember how many times we met, if it was once or twice or three. Most of the time was just standing around talking, and then some other stuff.
Okay. Explain the other stuff.
Well, through some of the conversations, they had wondered what it'd be like to get handcuffed. They wanted to know what that was like, so I had put cuffs on them both and kind of patted them down.
Okay. Go ahead. Was that the limited interaction you had with them?
No. I didn't want to come down here and incriminate myself. I know what the allegations were, and do I have to repeat it, everything? Okay. So, yeah,
I mean, there's no criminal liability because they're of age and both stated it was a consensual there's nothing in a criminal aspect.
Right. I understand that. Okay. So, I'll just say the allegations from what well, of course that was probably third party because my captain told me what they said. I'd say probably mostly true, but.
So, you're saying they're mostly true. What would be untrue about them if your captain told you?
Well, from what he said, yeah, nothing untrue.
Nothing untrue. So, you handcuffed her, patted her down, you felt on the outside of her clothing, her breasts and her butt?
Yes.
Okay. And then with Miss at any time, was there any sexual relationship
No.
that took place?
No.
Okay. Did you ever finger or insert your fingers into her vagina?
I did touch it.
You did touch it?
I did not. It did not go in.
Okay. All right. And they've already stated that it was consensual. When you would meet them, did you ever tell them not to pull in front of your car because you didn't want them on the camera?
Yes.
All right. At any point in time, did you give them any type of ASP equipment?
Not ASP owned. I did let them borrow my handcuffs.
Okay.
It was
So
a
those
personal.
are your own handcuffs?
Yeah, personal pair that I had. That I keep in my car.
Okay. Did you ever have and you got those handcuffs back,
Yes, sir.
but you never got the handcuff key back?
No.
Okay. All right. And you can't recall how many times you met?
No, sir.
Was it the one instance alone that you felt vagina?
Yes.
Okay. Was there ever any situation, or when you would meet these individuals, was there any ever time that you used your status or authority as a trooper that made them feel like they had to comply?
No, sir.
Okay. So it was never an instance of dominating your authority over the individuals for getting them to apply?
No, sir. No, they pursued me the whole time. They even had my schedule somehow. One time I saw them in town, I actually mentioned to them, like, you guys always seem to be around. And they said, oh yeah, we've got your schedule.
How do you think they got that?
Well, I would assume her stepdad probably.
Okay. And he's Corporal Hutchinson?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now,
I don't know if he directly gave it to them. I don't know if they somehow found it, but they did tell me they had my schedule.
All right. Now, when this perceived over the meetings, I'm not going to say a sexual relationship. You said it was one time, they said it was one time. So not really a relationship, just something that happened. When, and I believe it was January, what they told me, wanted it to end. The meeting.
Yes, I did. Yes, as I recall, I did tell them that I was, I knew it was wrong. We shouldn't have been doing it. And yeah, that we just needed to stop.
Okay. And then it stopped for a period of months, and then a few months later, you seen them at the gas station?
Yes.
Okay, what happened at that gas station meeting?
I just talked again, I believe I was pumping gas again, and they pulled up and talked to them for a minute or two.
Okay. Did you ever try to reinitiate or start any contact in a sexual relationship with them or nature with them at that point?
No. I did send another Snapchat text that said that it was good to see them.
Okay. But nothing
And
that can be construed as trying to start a reading.
no, sir.
Okay. After that, nothing, no incidents, nothing further after that.
Nope. Responded that night with a long paragraph of basically like they were putting it into our conversations, which, I mean, I had already put it into, and I was just, just reaching out to them, hey, it's good to see you guys again. Not trying to get anything started back up. And after that, I responded to her, okay, sorry, I wasn't trying to start anything. And that was the last time that we actually had any conversations, either through text or Snapchat or anything. And then I was working at Hutch's doing some stuff for Hutch, construction-wise, and they would be in and out. And as far as all that, of course, that was normal conversations. Usually, well, not even conversations, usually hello, hi, the girls were leaving. At one point, they asked me if we wanted anything to drink or need anything. We said no, thank you, we had water. Well, then they come back with each of us a snow cone. And that was, of course, that was during the heat of, I don't know when that was, May, I'm not sure. Again, I don't know any dates, but it was hot. We were outside working, building a deck. And so, I mean, they made a nice gesture and brought us both snow cones.
Okay. So, isolated incident as far as the sexual conduct, just the one time. The other times were just meeting and talking. Then it ended January roughly, just normal day-to-day contact at the restaurant or something like that. Nothing of any relationship or sexual type manner.
Yeah.
And then what do you think led them to file this complaint?
I'm guessing retaliation. I don't know. My captain didn't know. He asked them what the actual complaint was, and it didn't seem like they had one. Obviously, I violated our policy, even by, just meeting up with them. And yes, that was isolated. I can't come up with another word for myself other than stupid. And I could go into a whole lot of other things about the way I feel, about the way I was feeling. I don't know if that's going to help or not, or if you want to hear it.
I mean, it's your time to say what you feel is in the best interest of you.
Okay. So I will do that. Obviously, I've had quite a bit of time to think about this. It's obviously seems like one of the worst parts of my life right now, dealing with this. I think at the time, well, I will say at the time, I know I'm a Christian. I'm not perfect, obviously. Was raised in the church, and I feel like at that time the devil had a hold of me, and I've always been in church, take my family to church. And I've talked to my about this. We're working on ourselves. We've had but a little bit of up and down here and there, but we are at this time working more together, spending more time with each other. I've gotten more into reading my Bible. I completely got rid of Snapchat. I don't have that anymore. And I think what I'm about to say, I don't want anyone here that's going to listen to this to think that I'm trying to blow smoke up anybody's butt. But with our past administration, I feel like, I felt proud to be a trooper, but I didn't feel like I was backed maybe 100%. I don't know if that makes sense. It was a bad time. I should not, like I said, I shouldn't have even accepted them on Snapchat, but I did, and I appreciated the extra attention. They're younger. I'm feeling like an older guy, and I didn't have things set up to keep that from happening. And I mean, again, isolated incident. It's not going to happen again. I feel now that, to my other point with the administration, this new administration definitely makes me feel a lot more proud to be a trooper. If anybody wants to look at my past contacts from the last 8 years, it's been, I get out there and I try to work. Since January, since I've heard speeches from our new administrator or the new commander, and talked to the new staff, I do feel a lot more proud of what I do. And you can look at my contacts since then. I believe I can say almost without a doubt that they've gone up. I've tried to be more professional and will continue to be. I had a lot of other stuff, but that's basically the gist of it. It's not going to happen again. I mean, I've not been able to eat and sleep like normal over the past month since I heard about this. It's on the 27th, I believe, was when I heard. So almost a month. I hate sitting here. This is, like I said, probably the worst part of my life right now.
So you're already knows about this?
Yes.
Okay. And you guys are already working through it?
Yes.
Okay. So just isolated incident, you broke it off. It was over, other than maybe casual conversation when you may have saw him, and you thought everything was done until complaint was filed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How's the working relationship with Corporal Hutchinson?
Well, he's been off this whole month. It's always been good. I called him 2 days after I found out about the complaint. Conversation that had to happen. And I asked him, well, first I had texted him, I said, hey, call me when you get a minute. He texts back, I'm busy right now, I'll call you in a little bit. He called me back. I said, hey, I guess you know about what's going on. He said, yeah, Mike, I do. And I said, okay. Of course, I'm apologizing to him. I'm telling him everything that I basically told you guys, or told you, about obviously trying to be a good Christian. The devil goes after good people, obviously. Anyway, he said he was praying for me. He seemed, I could tell he was agitated, but I've not worked with him since then. He's been off. He said he didn't want to talk about it, and that he didn't even want to talk about it with me. I said, well, I understand, but I had to talk to him. I told him that I had to talk to you. Since then, I've texted him about his restaurant, and he didn't respond. Told him because they just moved into the new restaurant, and so I said, hey, buddy, just checking on you. Hope everything's going good with the new restaurant. And he didn't respond. So,
do you think this will hinder or impair the working relationships in Troop I?
I seriously hope not. It's not going to on my end. Again, I've got nothing but remorse, and it's his stepdaughter. I hope he can forgive me. And but as far as working relationship, the most we see each other anyway is side of the road, or if we decide to go get lunch. So I really, unless he says something or wants to not be around me, or which I guess would be understandable, but I don't see it really being a problem. I see where there could be a problem.
Do you have anything that you think I need to be aware of or address when I move forward in the investigation?
I don't think so. No. I feel like it's all out in the open.
Okay. If you don't have anything further, I'll just remind you this is an ongoing investigation, so don't discuss this complaint or information pertaining to it with anyone outside of this room, as this information is considered confidential. We're going to go off record Thursday, July 20th, 2023 at 10:12 a.m.